Hello everybody and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and more Bio Inc. Redemption. Seems that people want me to continue playing this game, but I also don't want to put Plague Inc. off on too much. So we're going to change up the schedule, and Bio Inc. will be doing on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays for a little while. At least until I finish up the severe campaigns, and then what I'll probably end up doing at some point is intermittently start doing lethal guides on the highest difficulty. So let's go back to the death campaign, since I want to take some stuff that I have learned from the life campaign. Specifically, I think I've been underestimating the power of collateral damage from certain diseases that affect other subsystems. They can stack up pretty darn good. So what we're going to do is go to the deadline scenario. Terminate a victim in less than 300 days. Previously, I thought this was going to be really tough. May still be really tough. But let's see if we can stack up some really good risk factors and collateral damage. That's going to be the goal. So, for example, if I go to risk factors, extra 15% there could be pretty strong. Then throw in collateral damage. Increases the collateral damage, otherwise systems other than the primary, of diseases by 30%. So something like leukemia, right, which affected everything but the skeletal system, is now 30% more potent in 3 different subsystems. That could become pretty darn good. For economy, we could go for the emergency room. Alternatively, better resources might work for me as well. So let's try doing that, and that leaves recovery and environment. We could go for strikes, kind of meh. We could go for quick collapse. I'm not even using up all of my XP by doing this, but I think this could be a pretty good setup, and we don't have level 12 yet, though I am getting a little bit closer. Turns out you can farm certain scenarios if you want to get XP that way. The terminal patient on the life side I find to be really easy since you start in the emergency room, so that's certainly one option. I thought they said that we had to terminate in less than 300 days. That's 350. Okay, well then, awesome. Maybe the scenario is going to be way easier than I thought. Let's just sit back and wait for a little bit and get some of those points. It's going to be great. Go to the immune system. Hey, cool. 4 points right off the bat. Oop, green 1. Grab you. Grab you. Okay, so we're going to go for the risk factors to start off. And the reason I want to go for the risk factors is for a couple of reasons. Yes, it's an opportunity cost. We could be going for a disease to try and start getting some damage in early. Or, by doing these, I think that it ultimately will pay for itself in the long run by increasing the potency of every disease, and because some of these will reduce the cost of several different disease types, I think it ultimately could start paying for itself. So if we go for workaholic and smoker, and then start working up toward a drug addict, I think it'll pay for itself in the sense that we'll be able to get neurotic diseases very cheaply and very rapidly. They'll be incredibly potent. So that's what we're going to go for. We're going to try going for a drug disease. The alternative, I think, is to go for the overweight combos, right? Start going for extra circulatory damage. Oh, grab the green one, that's more important. Grab the blue one, that's still more important. You could go for the overweight combos. I think that would work fine. We're just going to go for as many risk factors as we can really afford kind of early on. That's the only thing that I think really matters. Also want to go down things like malnutrition. I think that could be pretty good. Could have our patient turn 60. That'd be fine. I've always thought that it's weird, man. I still do. I think it's weird that every patient we've ever had has been 59 and just days away from turning 60. It's just weird. It's just weird. All right, risk factors. Let's go for smoker. That will unlock alcoholic, which reduces the cost for digestive, nervous, and renal, greatly increasing the damage of digestive and renal, like a lot. 23% is ridiculous. We're going to be able to shut down those systems in no time at all. And once we get to drug addict, I think we're going to find that the nervous system is incredibly susceptible as well. Ah, we can get both. Yes, we can get both. Nice. Nearly lost that. That's fine. Do we want to speed this up? I'm not sure what that really changes. I think it actually might give us less opportunities for more points. I don't know. I don't usually speed things up just because I'm not too sure what the mechanic is and how it affects everything else. What do we need in order to get alcoholic? We can get alcoholic. Drug addict. The immune system, it doesn't actually show a number. Does it get affected by nothing and just makes everything cheaper? I don't know. The important thing is that the nervous system will take an extra 57.5% damage. That's a lot. Means that when we do decide we want to go for that nervous system, it's going to shut down in like a couple of weeks. I like, by the way, that their alcohol bottle had the XXX on it because that's old-timey as heck. Back when XXX meant alcohol. Funny stuff. How many points do we need in order to get the drug addict? We needed 18. Ouch. That's going to take me a little while, but that's fine. 300 days left, so now we're kind of starting the clock with what I thought we were going to have. I don't know if that's a bug or what, or a typo, but it certainly implied to me that we were supposed to get within 300 days. Maybe if we can get it before 50 days left, I'll still say, hey, we got it in 300. It's not a bug. It's a feature. We got it. We got it anyway. That'd be nice. I like to be able to say that I could still do it in 300 days or less. And this strategy, whoop, green's more important. This strategy might still work really well for that. Oh, wait, I need 18 points. We'll wait. Huh. I'm really glad to see that people are enjoying BioInk, by the way. I do think it's a pretty fun game, ultimately. I like that it differentiates itself from a game like Plague Inc. with the diagnoses and stuff like that. The life campaign is particularly enjoyable to me. Death campaign when I'm feeling sadistic. But I especially like the life mode. I like that a lot. We could go for Unlucky since it only costs 4 points, and there's a possibility of getting in a random disease, so we'll go ahead and do that. Don't take those pills! Oh, trippy. What? I've got 5 hands, each with 5 fingers. Whoa. That's what Jane Doe sounds like, by the way, because we did make her a smoker. Yeah, the nervous system's going to take, like, no time at all to shut down. I think we can go for things like malnutrition and stack up some renal damage. That could be pretty good. Alternatively, we could go for some extra circulatory damage. The smoker and the drug addict is going to make that very easy to do as well. You're suffering from polycystic ovary syndrome. Many women are. It is surprising. Wow! Minus 12 from the 1. Oh my god. Okay, that's pretty good. Malnutrition is good. I do like it. Hereditary doesn't get anything cheaper. Overweight makes things a little cheaper. Over 60. Don't know if I'm going to go for the skeletal system. Sedentary is tempting because we could stack up some muscle stuff instead of renal. You know what? Let's go for sedentary. We're going to go for that, and we're going to make you a junk food addict. So you're addicted to alcohol, drugs, and junk food, all of which give you some nasty endorphin rushes. And yeah, I've only got 1 symptom, and the nervous system's just going down pretty quick. Oops. Did I do that? I think I did. Let's go for the extra 3 every 15 days. The sooner you get that, the more value you get overall. Yes, it more than pays for itself. If we're not careful, though, this patient's going to get rushed to the emergency room before I kind of wanted it to. Grab that. No, couldn't get it. That's fine. Let's stack up a few points because, well, what else can we get? Do we want to get 1 more risk factor? Kind of. If we went for over 60 years old, that would stack up the muscles, which would be pretty good. Alternatively, hereditary, which is pretty good for a couple of reasons. It doesn't make anything cheaper, but it does unlock several different disease types, which are very effective. So we'll go for that, and I think now's the time we're just going to go ahead and end it. We're going to go for some nervous system, then we're going to go for circulatory, and see if we can just shut down absolutely everything. The cool thing about the nervous system is some of the really end game or end of path diseases do have a lot of collateral damage associated with them, which is the reason I'm going for the nervous system. We're just trying out a new strategy. I want to see if this works. I mean, if we can beat this patient within 300 days, this is a strategy that I think we'll be able to employ for most of my future patients. Let's go for the chronic stress, then let's go for the nervous breakdown, and then let's go for the burnout, and that would unlock major depression, which gives you some back pain and weight loss. And if we hover over here, well, it's being kind of silly. Can I please... Can I see the other things it affects? Fine. It affects all this stuff. All of it. Circulatory, respiratory, digestive, nervous, muscle, renal, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to boost the collateral damage. Because it's not going to give us an extra bit of damage in nervous, but everything else will start taking damage just for having a major depression. Ah! Darn it. Which I think would be very good. I would like to have a major depression. Crippling depression, you might even say. If that meme isn't quite dead yet. Though it probably should be. How many points do we need in order to get that? Gosh dang it. I need to figure out what the hotkeys are to switch between some of these. I haven't looked them up. 18 to get the major depression. That's a little on the pricier side, but that's fine. We can afford to wait. The nervous system's already down below 50% health. Grab these. Grab you. Going to the doctor. Okay, so pretty soon the recovery is going to start. I'm not really worried about the recovery as much as I am about the time. And I think by the time the nervous system is done, this is going to get pretty easy. Pelvic exam, looking for this, the ovaries, the cyst ovary things, right? That's fine. You do that. Okay, we're going to go for that major depression I was talking about before. Skidoosh. We could also go for dementia, which would be pretty good. This affects only the nervous system, though. And I'm actually not even sure that we need it aside from trying to make sure they don't do any neuroregeneration. They are going to go ahead and cure the polycystic ovary syndrome, which is fine. I didn't pay for that to begin with. So if you're going to waste your time on that one so that the nervous system dies, go for it, man. And we are going to the emergency room. I have to terminate a system if I want to get another upgrade. We're getting kind of close. He's actually starting to cure a few things. You know what? Let's go ahead and grab that dementia. Let's be safe. Wow, that was a creepy laugh. Did you hear that? I don't know if you can hear that. I do turn down the sound of the game sometimes just to make sure that it doesn't overwhelm anything, but yeah, sometimes you don't hear the things I talk about, like it's never lupus. Chronic stress is being treated. Okay, well, your nervous system's dead, which means I can upgrade this for the harvest power. So everything else is going to take a bit more damage. Now I think we go for the circulatory system. They're going to start curing a lot of things here. And as long as I don't get to the major depression, whoop, too early, I think that'll be fine. Whoop, grab both of you. Doop-a-doop-doop. And let's start going down the circulatory system. I'm going to go for the blood clots plus the deep vein thrombosis. That could lead to a pulmonary embolism, which is good. Alternatively, if we want to go for hypertension, then try to get a stroke, that could be pretty strong as well because it affects a lot of different systems. Already treating the burnout and the nervous breakdown, but as long as the depression lasts, then that's a lot of extra damage I'm taking in. So I'm perfectly happy with that. What do we need to upgrade again? Health must be below 50%. We're a little ways away from that still. Let's go ahead and grab the hypertension. So if we want to get a stroke, 21 points. Maybe we don't care about that. The nervous system's already dead. A brain aneurysm also wouldn't do much for us. High cholesterol is okay. I think it's better to just go for something like the pulmonary embolism to do extra damage to the respiratory. And then maybe we can go for post-phlebitic syndrome, which would affect the muscle system and the circulatory system. That one actually would be pretty good. We do have a couple of different bonuses to the muscle system. So that's probably our best bet. We'll go for that first, and then we'll try shutting down the lungs. Anything to slow them down quite a bit. Going for that mammogram, are ya? I don't think it's fair that the AI is so good at diagnosing everything. They're pretty quick at what they do. Ah, no, I thought I had that. Is depressed and has suicidal thoughts. You only now are discovering that, huh? All right, dementia's being treated. Let's go for the post-phlebitic syndrome. That greatly increases the damage we are now going to be doing to the muscle system by 18, 17 here as well. And the nervous system is still dead, and I don't think that regenerative therapy is going to do a lot for them at this point. So this is going to work out pretty well for us. We'll grab all of you, grab all of you. Really could use a few more points. We're almost below 50%. That would be great, because then I can get an extra point for everything. We may actually want to consider saving up for that, depending on how fast this is going down. Recovery is currently at 36%. What do we miss over here? Okay, we can indeed get the +1 resources. That means we are going to win, no doubt now. No doubt in my mind. That's a lot of extra points that we should be able to use. Whoop, grab you, grab both. Oh my gosh, that's so many points. So many points. What's happening? I love it. Give it all to me. Okay. Now let's go grab the pulmonary embolism, and if we go for high cholesterol, we can get this, which we will, and then that would lead to an arrhythmia, which I don't think we really care about that much. So right now we are doing 22 damage to the circulatory system. They are curing the depression, but I think at this point the damage is more or less done. We could go for something in the immune system, but I don't care that much. I will, however, go for something like a potassium deficiency and a chronic muscle cramp to stack up a bit of extra damage on the muscular system. There we go. So now we're getting plenty of points. Major depression is going to be cured soon. 3 points for me. Grab all of you. What else can we get in the muscular system? Muscular dystrophy is quite good. Fibromyalgia also quite good. Probably want to go for muscular dystrophy, though, because it does damage to the muscle system and the skeletal system, and since the nervous system's already gone, I don't care about as much about fibromyalgia. Circulatory system, I think, is going to die. They're working on that recovery much faster than I think I expected. I'm getting a little bit more concerned about them now. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Let's go ahead and grab that muscular dystrophy. Okay, and if we wanted to go for something like necrotizing fasciitis, that could be pretty good as well, but meh. Let's go to the respiratory system. No. I kind of want to get an arrhythmia to make sure... Well, no, this really wouldn't do much for us if the circulatory system's already going down. I don't think we need it. Potassium deficiency is going to get cured. That's fine. That one's pretty easy for you. Muscles and circulatory system are both going to go down pretty much at the same time. Like so. So say goodbye to that. 14% health currently. Let's go for... What do we have stacked up? Respiratory and digestive and renal. Renal's very cheap right now. Could be cheaper. I think we're going to go for the respiratory system. Yeah, let's go for bronchitis, then chronic bronchitis, and then we can go for pneumothorax at 15 points, which is pretty effective. We'll do that next. Unless I want to get a risk factor that makes her even more susceptible, but I don't know. At this point, I think we've got it, and we're easily going to make it within the time allotted. Unless the AI does something really impressive. Oh, never mind. Never mind. I didn't even realize how close we were to winning. So that was easy. 238 days. This strategy seems to work just fine, and we're going to get an extra 4,000 points. Not bad. Not bad at all. So this is not going to be enough to get me to level 12, but at the very least, we're making some pretty good progress down the campaign. 22 skulls. Ooh, really? You're saying if I want to be able to move on to the next one, I'm going to have to start doing some lethal difficulty things? I think everything's at severe right now. No, it's not. We need to do things like total failure and stuff on severe as well. That would get me 2 more skulls. Yeah, we're going to have to do at least 1 on lethal in order to continue working down this path. Well, I'll have to do that in between videos. In the meantime, I think we're going to go back to the life campaign after this and see what the next one is going to be. That could be kind of fun. Thank you all very much for watching. I do hope that you enjoyed. If so, then be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.